Good afternoon, everyone. I hope everybody today is doing good and healthy. And thank you for your coming and thank you for waiting. So I think it's better to start now, and for the purpose to have the better internet connection, and I just off my video. I will not continue with video, so I suggest you to, if you open the video, just off it now, because for better connection and efficient communication through the Zoom software. So I do record all my lectures. I will upload it in YouTube, so where you have the link to access it, to review it, to watch it again. So today we're gonna start a new chapter. And one more time to tell you that, would it be possible for you to off the video for better connection? Thank you so much for your understanding. Because some of you may have bad connections. To make the connection better, Arnay, can you off your video for today? Because to have the better connection. Thank you so much. Okay, as I asked you before, you can just put, as I asked you before, please put the pictures instead of the video. That's better. At least I will be able to know you and to remember by face to get in touch with you. And for better connection, let me repeat one more time. It's better to off the video now for better connection. Okay, if you don't have any questions, let me just proceed with the chapter. So we're gonna start the chapter today. Let me share the screen with you. So we are starting with the 10 principles of economics. So we'll proceed with this. As I told you, the book is Gregor Mankiw. It's a really good book among all the outstanding books of the economics. And it's the only book that I believe is the best and easy to understand. So we have 10 principles of economics that covers the whole picture about the economy. What does economy means actually? So economy, or oikonomos in Greek language, it means that one who manage the household. By household, we mean people, the people who consume. Households and economists have much actually in common. So households always, they face some decisions. The decision they should always take. Household, as I told you, it is the people who lives in a specific country and they face decisions with allocation scarce resources. Coming to the scarcity, the scarce resources, in other words, limited number of resources, limited resources. We know that in the world, the resources are limited. So there are limited quantity of resources. What are the resources we are talking? The natural resources, production resources. So all the materials that we use to produce the final product. Anything you want to produce as a company, you use some resources. But while using these materials, you should be able to keep in your mind that those resources that you are using, they are limited. So households, people who live in a specific country, they face decisions such as allocation of those resources. So let me give you an example, guys. You came to the KIMEP, imagine a normal student life. You came to the KIMEP for the normal student life, and you have a limited budget. Your parents giving you some money, or you're working somewhere, you're earning that money, or you have a scholarship you're receiving. Those money that you receive, they are not unlimited. They are limited quantity. We wish we could have unlimited resources like money, but unfortunately in this life, it's not something like impossible. So we have limited quantity. That means we will be able to buy something that we can really afford it. But however, our wants are not limited, they are unlimited. So we want something endless. However, we need something, it's something different. But when we desire and want it, it's totally different. So when we want it, something endless in terms of quantity. However, we do take our decision in accordance with our budget, our limited resources. So society, they face many decisions, such as the most important one is the allocation, the resources, and production, the output. Resources are scarce. It refers to scarcity. So the scarcity, as I told you, is the limited nature of the society resources. The society that has got the limited resources, and therefore they cannot produce all the goods and services they wish to have. They will only produce whatever they can will be able to afford it, and at least to satisfy the needs of the society. So if we gather all the things that we have said now, until now, about the economics, is how the society allocates the resources to produce something with the scarcity, taking into consideration the scarcity. So this is all about the economics, how the society, it manages its scarce resources, and how the people, they make decisions. So economists study the following: how the people make the decisions. So there are many economist scientists who works on this, who investigates, who makes the research on this. How the people, they make decisions in terms of work, in terms of purchases, in terms of saving money, in terms of investing money in something. Investment can be not only in terms of money, it can be another term as well, like timing, other stuff. How people, they interact with one another. So this is another field of study by the economists. The third field of economists they are interested in studying is how the people they analyze the forces and trends that might impact the economy as a whole. So example of growth in average income, the part of the population that cannot find a work, and the rate at which the prices are rising. So these are the factors that our economists are being interested in. So that's why they may, you may find out that they're investigating and study. There are many articles, they work on this. If you, okay, guys, as I told you before, if I'm so fast in explanation, and if there's something that you skipped and you missed, please stop me and I'll try my best to help you. So there is a question arised. And one more thing about, guys, in the chats, please do not talk in Russian. During the class, talk in English, okay? Thank you for your understanding. Okay. How people, and one more thing, do not use this chat for your own chat to talk to you, because in this chat, I'm expecting you're raising questions in here, or sometimes if you want to raise the question, you can on your microphone, you can directly ask with a voice, or you just type it. So how people, they make decisions. First of all, they face trade-off. And second, there's cost of something, what you give it up to get that one. And the third, rational people think at margin. People respond to incentives. So we're going to discuss each of it. So there are 10 principles. The first 4 principles, it's all about how the people make the decision. The coming 3 principles, how the people interact, like trade can make everyone better off. The markets are usually a good way to organize economic activity. and governments can sometimes improve the market outcomes. So this is third. The first principle is all about how the people make decision. The second principle is all about how the people they interact. And the third principle that it covers how the economy as a whole works. So there are three main principles: how people make decision, and how the people they interact with each other, and how the economy as a whole it works. So let's start with the principle one. The people they face the trade-off. So there is not such a thing that a free lunch. So wherever you see and wherever you go, you will not be able to find something for free. So it's in terms of not only buying and purchasing something, it's in terms of getting anything you want. To get something that you really like it, we usually have to give up something else to get it. Anything. In terms of taking decision, coming to the class, going to the school, going to the cinema, playing football. So taking any decision, it will make you to choose among the alternatives, either this one or that one. So when you come to the class, when you go to the online Zoom, that makes you out of something that it makes you to give it up something else. So let me give you an example. You have decided to come to the class today, economics at 5:30 today, and you gave it up something. Maybe you gave it up watching movie. Maybe you gave it up eating. Maybe you gave it up going with the friends outside. Maybe you gave it up to going restaurant. Maybe you gave it up jogging or something else. You always face a trade-off. In order to get something that you like it, you usually have to give up something to get it. So making decision in terms of trade-off is all about trade-off of one goal against another one. If I'm not clear, please let me know. Trade-offs, like we gave the example, the student's time, the parent's income, the society. For example, when it comes to the government part, the society, national defense and the consumer goods. So the government sometimes decide what should be improved, the products they produce or the national defense. For example, or you might see that the budget is given, let's say 100 billion, and this 100 billion should be divided to national defense and consumer goods. So maybe you have decided 50 to 50 or 70 to 30. So this is the trade-off that you face it. You cannot dedicate this whole amount of the budget to the national defense because you need to improve your consumer products as well. Why? Because the people, they need something better quality. And if the foods and the products that people they use are not good quality, and the people maybe will be getting upset, the people maybe will getting later unhealthy due to the quality of the goods they consume, and so on. So the quality of the product should be taken into consideration. So every time when the government takes the decision in terms of national defense and the consumer goods, they face this type of trade-off. Clean environment versus high level of economy, high level of income. So when the government when the companies decide to earn very high salary and without considering the air pollution, so that really contradicts. So they have to somehow manipulate this, have to somehow control this. Or efficiency versus equality. So it's believed that when there is efficiency, it destroys equality. So everything is distributed not equally when everything is efficient. So this is all about the trade-off. So in terms of efficiency, the society getting the maximum benefits from its scarce resources, and from this example, from the limited pie that we're given in the economic pie. And when it comes to the equality, is all about the distributing the economic prosperity uniformly among the members of society and how the pie is divided into the individual slices. So in this capitalism, like it's all about comparing the communism and the capitalism. We know that the communism, if you remember from your high school, what was the definition of the communism? Who can tell me what was the communism?
When everything was shared equally.
Very true. When everything, what do you mean by everything, Asılcan?
I mean the possessions of people, I guess.
Yes. So whatever people they owned,
yeah.
whatever people they owned, it was distributed properly to everybody. Even if you're hard worker, even if you're like lazy worker, everybody was getting the same amount of the money, same amount of the food, same amount of the accommodation. So doesn't matter. If you're living in this country, you will be distributed equally. However, in terms of efficiency, it's all about the capitalism. So if you're a hard worker, then you will get a good portion of the pie. If you're a lazy worker, you don't work, definitely you will not get anything. So this is how, somehow the efficiency versus equality. So when there is efficiency, there is no equality in terms of distribution, like going to the communism. So coming to the cost of something is what you give it up. In other words, we call it opportunity cost. It is a measurement of what you are giving up. When I say, let's say, what is the opportunity cost of coming to the class? So what is the best thing that you have forgiven? What is the best thing that you've given up? So just, for example, coming to the class, if you didn't come to the class today, what would you have done it?
Eating delicious food.
Eating delicious food. Very nice. So your opportunity cost coming to the class is eating delicious food. This is what we call as opportunity cost. What is the best thing that you would forgive, that you would given up just to come to the class? So for some of you, eating the delicious food, it is the best thing that you give it up to come to the class. So third principle, the rational people think at margin. So that means that the people, they think systematically and purposefully. So they do the best they can achieve their objectives. So whatever decision they take it rational decision. So they cannot be like, for example, I was walking on the street, I saw the car, oh, okay, let me buy the car. So it doesn't work like this. So before buying something, you think of it to buy it or not. You need it or not. Okay, there are small things that can be, but when you buy the big thing, when you go to the market, you go with the purpose there. You go with some aim to get something. For example, when you go to the market, your aim, your objective is to buy bread, for example. Or to when you go to the restaurant, you don't go for the restaurant to watch the movie. You go to the restaurant, there is some systematic and there is some purpose on it. For example, if you go to the cinema, you don't go to the cinema to eat food. You go to the cinema to watch movie. You go to the restaurant to eat food. You go to the football to play the soccer. So this is how it works. Like rational people, they think at margin. So marginal changes, small incremental adjustment to a plan of action. This is what it calls marginal changes. So there's a marginal benefit and marginal cost. Take action if marginal benefit is more than marginal cost. Okay, let me give an example. I was telling about the delicious food. What kind of delicious food do you have in your mind now? So if you did not come to the class, what would you eat?
Pasta.
Pasta? With what?
Pasta with I don't know, pasta bolognese.
Okay, let's pasta. Do you drink anything next to it? What would you prefer to drink next to it?
Maybe Coke.
Okay, Coke and pasta. So Aseljan said, if I didn't come to the class today, I would have definitely eaten pasta with the Coke next to it. So pasta
Right.
and Coke. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is the best. Okay. Now, let's say when you eat pasta and when you drink Coke, you get some benefit on it. You measure it. Let's say you make it 10 points. How much would you measure it up to 10 points, up to 10 scale?
Like Coke and pasta or Coke
Together,
and
together,
pasta?
together.
Together.
Or let's
8.
make it, you ate pasta, then you drink the Coke and you would measure it as 8 out of 10,
Yeah.
yes?
Right.
Okay, what would be the best thing that you would eat it to make it 10?
Maybe salad near it. I don't know.
Plus salad. Okay.
And that would be 10 out of 10.
Okay, let's make it 10 out of 10. That's great. Okay, that's fine. What if you have been, you ate this one, after 1 hour, the waitress comes to you and said, because you are the 100th client today, 100th customer, you won one portion of what you have ordered before. So one more Coke.
Wow.
Plus pasta, plus salad. But you ate already. You ate.
Uh-huh.
So what would you scale it then? Would it be the same 10 out of 10?
No, it would be like 3 out of 10.
3.
I would only drink Coke.
So you say, okay, no more pasta, no more salad. That's great, because now you would suggest maybe you 5. Okay, 3 out of 10. And there is a one person saw you from the outside. He just rushed to you, said, okay, this is gift from me. One portion of Coke plus pasta plus salad.
That would be 0 out of 10.
Or, okay, just forget about somebody. If, okay, you would not give 0 because somebody give you as a gift, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, actually.
It's a gift. You may just package it, you may take it home, but you would not desire to eat it now.
Right.
Maybe you would make it 2 out of 10. But next.
Right.
So what if you decided to buy one more? One more portion.
Like Coke again.
Coke, salad, and so the benefit that you got from the first one, would it be the same the benefit that what you'll get from the last one, from the first one?
No.
No. So that means your benefit is decreasing.
Right.
And your marginal cost that you're paying for each additional Coke, for each additional food that you get is increasing. So you will take decision, you will take action if marginal benefit is more than marginal cost. So definitely, if you ordered first time, you will not order the same thing for the second time immediately after when you ate everything. So this is what it means, marginal benefit and marginal cost. So something incremental, something additional. Okay? Your additional is Coke. You would not drink Coke as much as given to you. You would drink it as much as you are satisfied. And second Coke would not be beneficial to you as it was the first one. Third would not be the beneficial as second and the first one, and so on. So your decision will be taken only if marginal benefit is more than marginal cost. Marginal cost is what you pay additionally, And marginal benefit is what you get while drinking this, while eating, while getting this. It's related to anything you buy in country.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, wow. And what if, for example, it would be like the deal in the grocery store, like buy one Coke and get the second as a present?
Okay, same thing. When you drink the first Coke, when you drink the first Coke, when you ate your pasta, you drank your Coke, so you drink the second one. Would it be that much tasty as was the first one? No.
No.
Drink the third one, you get the first Coke, it is tasty. Second, it is tasty, but not as much as it was the first one. And the second and third, and if you and go so forth. You get the benefit, but your marginal benefit, it decreases.
Right.
It decreases. Maybe now it
Okay,
costs 4, then 3 and 2 and so on. But marginal cost increases.
Uh-huh.
People respond to incentives like something that motivates the person to act in a specific way that the government wants. Higher prices, buyers will consume less, sellers will produce more. So if you go to shop and you see what mobile you have, anyone who, let's say, let me just select somebody, Amina.
Yes.
Amina, what type of mobile you have?
iPhone.
iPhone, what?
I have
12?
to tell model.
You asking the model?
It's just you don't just make it up, you don't have to tell it. I just want you to be
iPhone
participating. iPhone 12, let's make it 12, okay?
Okay.
What would you expect price to be of the iPhone?
It would be the price would be much higher than the price for iPhone 11. So I think,
2,000 bucks?
yes.
Let's say
around
in the market, you see the iPhone 12 is 2,000 bucks. And once you were walking and you saw the prices became $1,000 for the iPhone 12, immediately for one shop. So your action will be, would you buy this iPhone?
I don't think so. It's suspicious, I think.
No, let's say the quality is the same, but they just reduce the price. Quality is the same.
I wouldn't buy it because I'm not sure if it's the original phone because the price cannot be that low.
Okay, I mean, let's imagine iPhone is original. iPhone, the quality is the same. There's nothing wrong. They give you the guarantee, and the sellers are authorized sellers, authenticated sellers. So there's no way to be deceived. So would you buy in this case?
I think yes.
Yes, you would be convinced because the price are low. But if the price goes up to 3,000 bucks, that would put you away from buying it. So this is how it works, like increasing and decreasing the prices. But for the sellers, when the prices are increases, they are more motivated to buy. They are more motivated to buy.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Public policy, like changes costs and benefits, changing people's behavior. For example, who can give me an example? What could motivate people in Kazakhstan? So have you seen from the government side, they use something as incentive to motivate the people to work on something, to do something, what they want?
Like during the pandemic, the salary of doctors increased
Very
a
good,
lot.
very good. So during the pandemic crisis, in order to motivate the doctors to work harder and more, their wages, their salaries increased. Whether they have been paid or not, how much they have been paid, we don't know, but it's increased. So it's kind of motivation, very good. What else? Not a during pandemic, general one. regarding to the birth? For example, I used to live in Cyprus, in Turkey. In there, you are not paid if you have a childbirth, okay? In China, for any additional child, you're penalized. In Kazakhstan, does the government pays you any benefits? Does it give you?
Yes. If it's like this fourth or fifth child, I'm not sure.
Yes, fourth child.
I think I know, as if you have first child, even for the first child, government gives you some subsidy. The government gives you some money for it, for the birth money, birth benefits. Shingis want to tell something?
I want to tell that they give only 1 year, approximately 10,000 tenge.
Every month they give 10,000 tenge throughout the year, yeah?
Only 1 year, yeah.
Only 1 year for one child.
Yeah.
Okay. I heard they give a flat for the big families who have like more than 4 children. Is it true?
I guess it's just words.
It's just words.
Yeah.
Okay, even just words, that makes good at least. But in Cyprus, in Turkey, they don't give anything. Even
But yeah.
yes.
But in Cyprus, I guess there is no violence. It's good to live. I guess some people just love living. That's why I guess that they have good salary, because when I was in Cyprus, all people was happy so, and people don't know about violence. They don't care about something, like they don't care about their next day, because they know that they live in the safe place.
Very good. And which city have you been?
I have forgotten. I was in 3 years ago. It was summer school, like Girne American University.
It's Kyrenia. It's Kyrenia. Girne.
Yeah,
It's called Girne. Kyrenia. It's very beautiful city. It's very beautiful city. So did you like that summer school?
Of course, yeah. It's so, first of all, it's cheap, and teachers, professors are so polite. Furthermore, there's no violence. Even if you lost something, and no one person that touches your money or your phone. All people just kindful, and furthermore, one person mentions that if you even how I can say it, no one touch your car, even if in your car you have your phone like this.
I agree with you. I have been living, I have spent like 15 years over there. I really agree with you. It is the place to live. It is the place. Yes, in here we do have a really beautiful places and benefits as well. And we hope that everything will be improved. And that's why we teach you guys as a young generation. And we trust that you will put those efforts to improve our country into the best future. So that's why you go to the other countries, you get the benefits, you get the experience, in order then to apply the knowledge, the experience that you have gained in here to improve the services. The tourism, it is the most important. You know, in Kazakhstan, there are many beautiful and historical places that can be attended.
Yeah.
However, we don't know how to market. We don't know how to represent it in a best way. This is the problem. And you're the young generation, and you are the hope for this country in order to improve it and to take it to the future. Okay, we'll have the time to discuss it. So it's a best thing. And so there is a motivation like you. The thing that you have touched, Chingiz, it's good because it's directly related to our subject. It's kind of incentive because the government created an atmosphere which is less criminalistic, where there is no bribeness, there is no criminal. According to the statistic, it is 0, and it is the best, and it is the most safest place in the world. So this is the government created. Now the people are motivated to live in that country. And if you ask anyone who lived there at least for 1 or 2 years, they want to return back and live there. And so on. So let us go further. Thank you so much. Okay, in 2005 to 2008, the price of oil in the world oil market is skyrocketed, like because of the limited supply, surging demand from the robust world growth, and the price of the gasoline in the United States went up to $2, about to $4 for a gallon. So that increased the incentives to conserve the gas, like smaller cars, the scooter, the bicycle, and mass. And by the way, gasoline in Cyprus is 3 times expensive than in Kazakhstan. If you go there, and Chingiz you should have noticed that there are a lot of small cars.
Yeah.
You cannot find big cars like here, the Geländewagens, the big Mercedes Jeeps, and so on. They're all small cars. The engines are very like Suzuki, Nissan March, and so on. They're very small. They're all Japan's cars. Okay, trade can make everyone better off. So the trade allows each person to specialize in activities or each does best. So enjoy the great variety of the goods and services at lower cost. So how it works. So let me select somebody to discuss. I think Arad wants to discuss. Arad, are you here?
Yes, I'm here. Can you repeat your question, please?
Okay, why do you think, do you agree with the terminology that trade, do you understand the terminology itself, the trade? What does the trade mean, first of all?
Trade, it's mean like buy goods or something like that.
Yes, buy and sell, buy and sell. Somebody
Buy and
sells,
sell goods,
somebody
yeah.
buy. Yes, okay. In here we are saying that trade can make everyone better off. So it is said that when which country you select, if there is a trade, very huge trade is taking place, that means that the life in that country is better. Do you agree with this? If yes,
Yes,
why? And if not, why? Why not?
Yes, I agree with that because trade can, I don't know, like you have something and when you need something, you can trade with another countries to, I don't know, buy something you need. That's
Okay.
why I think trade is something good.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so
You're
much for your
welcome.
opinion. I want to ask Arujan as well. Arujan, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Arujan, it's very like interesting to know your opinion as well. Do you think that the trade will make better off a specific country they're living? Like the more trade, we are better in living.
I agree with this statement.
Okay, you agree. And why do you think it's like this? Just give me an example.
Well, like it's like,
Let me help you. Look, what if, Arujan, you go to market? Now, after the class, are you planning to go to market to buy something?
yeah, okay.
Let's say you want to buy like something to cook at home or to eat sweet ice cream or anything. So you go to market and you find it out 50 different types of ice creams. And second alternative, you go to the market, you find only one ice cream.
Yep.
So in which alternative you would be better off? In the first one, when you find out the 50 types, and the second one, when you find only one?
The first one.
Because you have some alternatives in your hand, you have options, you can select any. and you know that the prices, if some ice creams are high, you will select only which is the lower. And the more sellers in the market, the cheaper the price. The more sellers in the market, the higher the quality in order to attract the buyers. Thank you so much, Arujan, for your help, for your opinion. Now, so trade allows each person to specialize in their activities. So the more sellers, they want to sell their products, they have to offer something best. They want to sell their products. Is there anyone who is trading anything in the class? Is there anyone who sells something? Is there anyone who is involved in trading in anything, or have you ever involved in anything? Or are you planning to be involved? So in any way, when you graduate, when you go to the business, our life is all about to trade. So everybody, every one of us will be involved in the trading, will be involved in selling. So madam, the time comes, you will sell your knowledge. It shouldn't be exactly the product like what you can touch. It can be knowledge. So when you get graduated, you got the knowledge from KIMEP, now you need to find out the work. You go to entrepreneur. Then when you go to entrepreneur, when you go to the interview, you have to find the best thing in you that will underline that you are the best among the other candidates, that you are the really unique candidate for that position. Why the entrepreneur should select you, not the other ones. You should find that thing and you should underline. This will be your product. This will be a key to success in getting a good job. Maybe learning, for example, if you're studying finance or economics or management, maybe you're on the parallel way you're studying a computer science, like programming, C#, C, and so on, to improve it yourself. For example, a friend of mine, he was studying finance, but at the same time, he learned C and C# programming. Now he can write any programs for iPhones and Androids as well, for iOS and the Androids application. He can write that application by himself. Financial calculator, anything you want, because he knows any finance program, any finance application. Now, somehow he's competitive among other candidates because now he's really good with the computer in a technological era nowadays. So markets usually a good way to organize the economic activity. In communism, as I think Asiljan, she was mentioning it, that the communism is all about something distributing equally. In communist countries, it was a central planning. The government officials, they used to allocate the economic scarce resources. But in capitalism, economic scarce resources allocated by suppliers and demanders. So there's a demand and there's a supply. The government does not intervene in a purely capitalistic system. But when it was communist country, government, they used to allocate themselves. So you work, you get your food. You work, you get your accommodation. But everybody was getting the same. It doesn't matter whether you work hard or less and so on. Medicine was cheap, like it was free actually, free of charge. Education was free of charge and so on. So the government produced the products, government sells to the household, to the people. Let me just select somebody. Okay, I will select randomly. I will select randomly. Okay. Diana Tasmagambetova, and I want, Okay, Diana, tell me, which system would you prefer to live, in capitalism or in communism?
I don't have an idea. Maybe in communism.
Look, in communism, okay, communism was a system where the government regulated everything. Government was given the salary, government was given the food, government was given the accommodation, government was given the education, government was given the medicine. So there was no any private sector. Capitalism is all about private, like everybody is involved, everybody can give the medicine and so on.
I think in capitalism.
Like in capitalism, you can get richer, but in communism, you cannot be richer. You can't be rich. You will be living in the same level as other lives. So you are choosing capitalism. Yeah? Okay.
Yes.
Is there anyone who supports communism, saying that the communism was the best, communism was stable?
Me, I'm supporting communism.
Who is me now? Let me see.
My name is Malika.
Malika. Okay, Malika.
I think maybe communism will help to decrease the level of corruption, and maybe it will help not only for you but help for everyone. It's like one of the ethics theories when we should choose happiness for bigger amount of people than choose the happiness for ourselves.
Very good. I agree with you. So what our Diana is thinking of about the capitalism? How do you come up with selecting the capitalism? Why do you think the capitalism is the better?
Maybe you can develop yourself much better than in communism. You can achieve your personal goals.
You can achieve your person. So you believe if you're efficient, if you're believing that you're a hard worker, you should be awarded more than the others. Yes, this is what you believe.
Yes.
I agree with you. Why somebody is being efficient and clever and smart, he should be equally receiving with the person who is lazy worker, who is not the smart. This is what you're behind of, actually. This is, I agree with you as well. I think that Chingiz was something to tell as well.
I think that I agree with the same person, because in communism, I guess we reduce maybe violence too, we reduce corruption and the criminalism too, because why people nowadays do the bad things because they need money. Actually, if you have communism, every person in our country gets the same salary, and no one will think about how to be rich, how to avoid something, how to be successful, and so on. However, if I say about capitalism, I think that it's good for hard workers, as you mentioned, and because I think that if you hard work, you have to get your work, what you did before, what you had been doing, and so on.
Okay, I see your position as well. So you and Malika for the point that everybody should be happy, not just selected people. Like even you're ready to sacrifice your efficiency. Is there anyone
Can
who
I
thinks?
also
Yes.
add?
Yeah, of course, please.
Maybe in terms of sacrificing your efficiency, is communism a bad idea, but maybe we should add that some rules about that. That if the person do nothing, they will not get they will get nothing. So only the people who work will get something, but it will equally distribute with the amount of work that you do, and will not look at like how you what kind of work you do. So for example, like if we have someone who working at the government, and we'll have someone who work at the as a restaurant or the shop, but they do the same amount of work and have the same amount of efficiency, so they have the same amount of food or something like that, or money. but if someone make a little bit less efficient, will be have a little bit less efficiency, so they will get a little bit. It's like more modern communism with a little impact of
Capitalism.
capitalism. Yes.
So you want to unite communism and capitalism together to make it kind of modified system. So you want
Yes,
to get
maybe.
okay, you want to get some baggage from the communism and some baggage from the capitalism. It's a good idea. Why not? It might work. Maybe in the future, when you will be in the administration part of the government, like president, we believe you might be going to that purpose. Like, do you believe that in communism it was really good when education and the medicine was for free? Do you think it is the most important thing in the countries?
Yes.
I think because why currently people our students want to get education in another countries like London or I don't know, and they just leave because they don't have circumstances. And if communism supported and provided with good education, all people will stay in Kazakhstan. And that's why we just increase our number of the people like this, because according to the statistics, in this year, approximately 1,000 people leave Kazakhstan. It means that all people hate
It's
our
in 1
country,
month.
maybe.
It's in 1 month.
I guess it's in 6 months
In
or
6
5.
months.
Yeah.
I was reading one statistics as well, but I'm like, how much was it truth? I don't know. It was one article. In 2019, 25,000 specialists and experts left the country. Unfortunately, this is a big number. And so it is believed that if education is free and everyone can access it, it will reduce the corruption, huh? And medicine should be free to everybody. And you know, in all developed countries, as I'm sharing my experience from the Cyprus, the doctors in Cyprus in government, they work maybe 3 or 4 hours. Like the polyclinic, you go to the polyclinic and you just attend the doctor. But if there's something emergency, you can attend in any place. And medicine, if you are working there officially, it's free. The hospital and everything is free there. Even if you're a student, if it's free. So wherever you go, it's free for you, for the dentistry, for any surgery, anything that you may face it, it's free there. So the doctors, they really get a good salary there. Very good salary. It is the highest salary they get it. The highest salary among the all different types of field workers they get. Maybe, if I'm not mistaken, just working for 3 hours per day and 5 days in a week, the doctors, they get around $3,000. $3,000 just for 3 hours per day. And if they are asked to work additionally, they are paid additionally. They are private hospitals, and it's free for the workers, for any types of workers who have insurance. And the pharmacy, 90% of the drugs, medicines are financed by government. 90%. So if one antibiotic costs, let's say, 10,000 tenge, I'm just converting directly to tenge, the government pays 9,000 of it, you pay only 1,000. So any drugs you buy, the government pays 90% of it. So this system, it works like kind of free, but still it's not free. But I believe it was, if it was free for everything, like medicine and the health part and the education, it would be very nice. So communism with the capitalism, if they're combined, that really gonna be with a great system. Okay, let us proceed. Thank you so much for your opinion. It's really pleasure to have all of your opinion. We'll proceed. So the market economy allocation of resources through the decentralized decision of many firms and households, like the capitalism system. So as they interact with in market goods and services, and they are guided by price and the self-interest. There is no one who can control them. Adam Smith, he has developed the theory of invisible hand. Household and the firms interact in the market as if they're guided by an invisible hand who leads them to desirable market outcomes. So taking the example, if you go to any market, okay, can you tell me, would it be for you difficult to find iPhone mobile or Samsung in any AVM, like in any shopping center? How many shopping centers we have in here? Or let me ask in a different way. How many shops that are selling the mobiles?
More than 1,000.
More than 1,000. We don't know. There is no. It's not, every day one shop is open. Every day one shop is open. Mobiles. Who sells the mobiles? Do you think that if you go to one of the shops, any shop that you select randomly, that you will have a problem in finding Samsung or iPhone? All of the shops.
I think it's a problem.
It's a problem?
No.
It's not a problem. All of the shops, every shop has got these packages, has got of these different brands like Samsung and the Apples. They have it, so there's no problem. But what are the price for the, let's say, iPhone 11 now?
It depends on market where you buy the price.
Near 1,000 maybe.
Like approximately, they don't vary that much. Approximately.
Yeah, 1,000.
Approximately $1,000.
So $1,000. Is it possible like one shop is selling for 1,000, the other shop is selling for $2,000? Is it possible like this?
No.
I guess it's possible because
maybe $1,100. Is it possible?
Yes, it's possible.
Yeah, but can the shop charge $3,000 for the same mobile?
No, maybe if it's a limited edition.
No, 11, they're all the same.
No, because it's a competition.
iPhone 11. So Adam Smith says the price is set by itself, by invisible hand. Who sets the price? Is there any, does the government tell to the shops, please do not put the price above the 3,000 or 4,000?
No. No.
Physically, the question, can the shop physically put $3,000?
Yes.
He can put, but it does not give you guarantee that he will be able to sell it. So the purpose to sell it, he will put the market price. But who puts the market price?
Who runs this company? Who runs this market?
Producer.
For example, you open the shop to sell the mobile, okay?
Competitors, maybe.
You open the shop. For example, let me just see the names. Cengiz, you open the shop. You want to sell the iPhones. How much would you sell iPhone 11? And you know the market price is 1,000.
I guess it would be 1,002 or a little bit less. Like
$1,100.
Yeah.
Like this, yes?
Yeah.
How did you come up with this decision? What made you? I'm looking for some keywords in here. Why do you put this price? Not 11,000. Can you put 11,000 for the iPhone 11?
No, it's impossible because I cannot generate my income.
You cannot sell it even. You cannot sell it. But who will not buy from you?
Who knows me, who trusts me.
So we call them
customers, yeah.
Customers. In other words, demand. So this is the demand, supply, sellers. So they are meeting. So if there is a demand, you sell it. And there will not be demand if you put, let's say, 11,000. There will not be any demand for your mobile, because there are thousands of shops who sells for $1,000 approximately. They will go to this guy, not to you. And the price is set by itself, by invisible hand. This is what it means, invisible hand. Demand and supply, who decides the price? Not the government. So there are some cases the government intervenes, the government makes some intervention, like says the price cannot be charged above this, above certain price, like what happened in this pandemic crisis, like this mask that was costing 15 tenge per mask, but during the pandemic it was selling maybe 200 tenge or something else. But the government said nobody can sell above 150 tenge, something like this. In Turkey, when it was pandemic crisis, everybody was searching the mask. Do you know how much was one mask costing? If you convert into the tenge, it was 5,000 tenge one mask. During the 1 week, the people, they couldn't find the mask. They couldn't find the mask. And one mask was costing 5,000 tenge.
But I heard that like government in Turkey, they decided to give it for free or something.
Yes,
like
very true. After that, the government said no pharmacy can sell any mask. Everything will be distributed for free. So this mask was distributed for free, because why the people were buying this for 5,000 tenge mask? Because if you walk outside and if you're caught, you have to pay around 200,000 tenge penalty. 200,000 tenge penalty, imagine. You walk, the government, the police catch you, they really were catching. If you walk without any mask, you have to pay that penalty. Or you cannot enter anyone, you cannot go out even outside. So that much it was like tough control there. So this is how we call the government intervention actually. Government can sometimes improve the market outcomes. So we need government, first of all, to enforce the rules, to maintain the institutions that are the key to the market economy. Without this institution, the economy will suffer, the economy will be destroyed. To enforce the property rights. Does anyone knows what is the property rights?
Yes.
So share with us, what is the property rights?
Okay. Okay. Property rights are the rights for something you own. Like that means that you can do something with your possessions.
So it gives, yes, if you invented something and you want to sell it and you don't want others to steal from you and to sell it the same thing, then you get the property right. Like Samsung, they got their property rights. Apple, they got their property rights.
Like anti-plagiarism?
Yes,
like
yes. For example, when you use your own words, that's why, like plagiarism, same thing. You wrote your assignment, you submit it. If I find somebody else like copied from you, it's plagiarized. Okay. The government, we need the government for the purpose to promote the efficiency and avoid the market failure, such as crisis, financial crisis, and somehow to promote equality. And we know that efficiency and equality, they cannot go together, but somehow to regulate them. Okay. So property rights are the ability of the individual to own and exercise the control over the scarce resources that he has invented. And the market failure is a situation in which the market left on its own fails and to allocate resources efficiently. So what happened in global financial crisis 2007, 2009, that really destroyed, due to the banking crisis, it led to the global financial crisis as a whole. And it was really tough time. We're gonna talk about the global financial crisis later. We're gonna see a really beautiful video that I have prepared for you, but not now. So externality is the impact of one person's actions on the well-being of the bystander, like air pollution. Market power is the ability of a single economic actor to have a substantial influence on the market prices. The example of the system of it I can give you as a monopoly, like one owner, and nobody else can do it except that owner. Is there anyone who can give me an example of the monopoly in this country? That there is one certain types of business, and this business is run by this single person, and nobody else can do it.
But I thought that, yeah, but also monopoly is like when on the particular sphere, like business niche for you, one particular company is basically telling like what to do and it owns everything, right?
Yeah, this is what it means. The market power, he's exercising his market power. He's exercising his market power. He's showing his capability, how much he has power on the economy. He's a single economic actor. He is the one who produced, for example, still I can give you the, about the Kazakhstan. I can tell you the market power in here is Coca-Cola distributor. There's only one distributor. There's no one else. There's no any competitor of the Coca-Cola distributor. He's the only one. It's a Turkish franchisee. They open the inventory here, and through the inventory, they distribute the Coke among the cities. This can be an example as well. Or the government is the market, he has exercised the market power on electricity. They're supplying the electricity. There is nobody else except the government who supplies the electricity. So electricity is below water, it belongs to the government. So they do charge the price on electricity. Nobody else. But in Cyprus, it is privatized. So the private company who owns the electricity, and they are the one who sells the electricity to the government. So they sell to the government, and the government distributes to household, to the population. Okay, I think it's time. I want to stop in here. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. If you don't have any questions, you can leave the conference and see you on Thursday. Thank you for your coming, and I'm here for your questions.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.